Design is meditation with open eyes. It's the practice of shaping the visible while listening to the invisible. It's the meeting place between motion and meaning, where the hands follow rhythm and the mind follows breath. We often think of meditation as stillness, but creation too can be still, even while moving. When attention becomes the medium, every gesture turns sacred, every cut, every color, every placement of form becomes an act of awareness. To design with presence is to breathe with intention. The designer, the artist, the cook, the gardener, they all share the same posture, a quiet devotion to the moment at hand. Each movement says, "I am here." Not rushing to finish, not lost in perfection, but absorbed in being part of something unfolding. We often chase inspiration as if it were lightning, a sudden, uncontrollable spark. But the truth is simpler. Inspiration is what happens when the noise quiets, enough for attention to find form. Meditation and design meet in that silence. They both ask the same thing of us: presence. When the mind stops demanding outcome, beauty begins to happen by itself. Because beauty, like peace, can't be forced and it can only be allowed. The act of making is the act of returning. When we cook, when we arrange flowers, when we write, we are not just shaping materials. We are shaping our state of mind. Every repetitive motion, stirring, sanding, folding, aligning is a rhythm of restoration. The hands teach the thoughts to slow down. The physical becomes a teacher of the internal. A clean desk, a balanced composition, a well-cooked meal. These are not luxuries of time, but meditations of care. Design at its heart is not about decoration, it's about attention. And attention is the purest form of love. When design becomes meditation, a brushstroke becomes a breath. A meal becomes gratitude made visible. A room becomes a reflection of peace. Even small acts, wiping a counter, arranging a shelf, folding a shirt, can become silent prayers if done with awareness. The body knows how to be calm. It just needs the mind to follow its tempo. Presence changes the quality of creation. A distracted mind makes noise, but an attentive one makes harmony. We can feel the difference in every detail, in how tea is poured, in how lines find balance on a page, in how light falls across a space that's been arranged with care. Calm has texture. You can sense it. You can almost hear it. Breathing, design, and meditation share a devotion to proportion. They both honor rhythm and restraint. In both, emptiness is not a void, but it's a frame. The pause, the negative space, the moment between actions, these are where meaning gathers. Presence isn't about doing less. It's about doing one thing completely. In this way, every craft becomes a mirror of consciousness. The carpenter shaping wood learns patience, the painter mixing color learns harmony, the potter learns balance through imperfection, the cook learns generosity through flavor. Every art teaches the same lesson differently. To design with peace, we must first design our attention. Meditation is the invisible half of every masterpiece. It's what gives art its soul, structure its stillness, and action its depth. Even silence is design, the composition of what we choose to leave untouched. We can bring that awareness to everything, to conversation, to cleaning, to walking through a doorway. When we move through life as designers of experience, every interaction becomes intentional. We stop reacting and start composing. The world changes when we handle it gently. When our touch slows down, objects seem to respond, light falls differently, sound softens, and time begins to breathe again. It's as if the world itself sighs in relief, recognizing that it's being seen, not used. To live like this is to live in alignment. The hand follows the mind follows the breath, and everything begins to flow. We are no longer separate from the act. We become the act itself. There is no designer and design, no maker and object, only rhythm, awareness, form, and stillness moving as one. This is how creation heals. not by adding beauty to the world, but by remembering it was always there, waiting to be noticed. When we create with awareness, we tune into the calm that already exists within the process. Every action becomes prayer in motion. Every detail becomes a meditation on presence. Perfection fades, but presence endures. The well-designed life is not flawless. It's awake, it's shaped by care, balanced by attention, and finished with gentleness. It's not how much we create, but how much of ourselves we bring to the act of creating. When presence shapes what we create, beauty becomes inevitable. If this moment brought you calm, and stay a while, subscribe, and let this space remind you that the quietest forms of art are often invisible. Every day, we return here to breathe, to notice, to create slowly, and to remember that life itself is the greatest design we will ever touch. This is Form Within Mind, where calm takes shape.